If you believe in Bitcoin, why aren't you running a node? There are 5,862,613 members on this subreddit and there are only 16,478 Bitcoin nodes. So even assuming all the Bitcoin nodes are run by people on this subreddit, there is only one node for every 35 members here. Satoshi made sure that running a Bitcoin node is easy and not costly. And why aren't you running a node? There's no way of knowing how many nodes are on the network, but it's almost certainly more than that. A lot more. Also, running a node isn't necessary for every holder. That being said, I do run my own node and I take pride in that. I tried to set one up with a Raspberry Pi and didn't find it very easy. Tutorials are all super technical and complicated if you've never used Linux. I got stuck after downloading the blockchain. Just couldn't get it to connect. It cost money, mainly the hardware. For now I am trying to buy BTC. The more the better. Hopefully in the next bullrun. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. Transacting using your own node feels good, man. Because I've got no idea what a node is. You are completely right. I am currently constructing my setup. I want to run BTC Core plus a hub of Lightning. It will be done and running by the end of the year. For the same reason I'm not a billionaire. I looked into it and it was confusing. Just like when I looked into mining Bitcoin in 2010. Running a node requires also stable internet with low ping. In my shoal where I live it with my cellular internet is literally impossible. I thought I was just on my PC. Running Bitcoin Core, doesn't that have node functionality too? Because I don't find any utility for me in the effort. No incentive to. If running a node came even with a few SATs here and there, you bet people would. Good question. I will look into it. I run one on an old Lenovo with Ubuntu. A lot of people aren't technically inclined. Just because some of us don't broadcast our nodes doesn't mean they aren't running. We're quietly keeping the network honest. I truly love running my Start9 node. What's even better is knowing that my wallet is connected to my node. Don't trust verify. It is super easy to run a node. It's just an app running on your computer. Where can I learn how? Touché. Anyone know a good place to start my journey? Feel free to share the best and easy tutorial to run it on a Mac and I will dive in it. Those posts help sometimes to convert more people and get more nodes. Proud to have a full chain node running for about 8 years now. I swear I'm going to try to get one set up on my old Dell, haven't felt like doing it yet, lol. Yeah, need to do that. Want to help out any way I reasonably can. I am. It's just a program running 24/7 in the background on my PC. Also, any nodes running on Tor, probably the vast majority are running on Tor, won't be in those counts. I do. Time. I have 3 kids under 9. I'm lucky when I get to brush my teeth. How? Can you guide me? What is the benefit of running a Bitcoin node? BC, I don't know how to. I don't know how. I just got into Bitcoin this summer. I played with the thought already, but at the moment my motivation to buy SATs is greater than setting up a node. But when the BTC price is a lot higher than to what it is now, I will definitely set up a node. Latest when BTC hits 200,000 euros. I run Bitcoin Core on my desktop PC. I run TUSO STFU. Electricity costs. Because my internet is ass and running the node while trying to do basically anything else would suck up all the bandwidth. Explain to me like I'm 5. That's a good point, it hasn't occurred to me. Gonna set one up this week. Why would I? I genuinely want to know. I heard as a retail user it's almost impossible to mine a BTC these days. This is like asking if you believe in gold, why not go to a mountain and mine it yourself? Because, well, that's for other people to do. Totally agree. Not just to support the network. You will learn a lot. And you will also be able to broadcast transactions to your own node, which is kinda cool. I am. What's the incentive for running it? I don't understand how. All the tutorials on YouTube are 3 years old and they have moved on. Also, how do you use it as your own node? Why aren't you spending your free time on a fruitless and useless thing? Because they are posers, tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy. In a lot of countries, stuff like Raspberry Pis are prohibitively expensive. There are people I know who I can't even suggest to buy a hardware wallet, as that cost would be equal to their whole stack. People also rarely have their own computers here, just their work laptops. Satoshi was definitely from some developed nation. Is it advisable to run a node on your PC as a partition or a separate HDD? Is it advisable to run it on your everyday PC, or does it have to be dedicated using Linux? While I cover you, guys. And I hope you will join me within a few years. Is it easy? Can you give me something I can read to get a node going? Also, what are the startup costs? I'll try that once I find the any key. How do I run it? Well, I'm in the process of getting a node myself. Although I don't think it's that super easy for non-technical person to set one up. Is there an easy Docker-based one by chance? I have some compute I can spare. Last I looked I was checking for a Pi but never got around to it. I run a node. 16,478 Bitcoin nodes. That might be the count of listening nodes. It is very difficult to validate the number of non-listening nodes, which is the default for many node configurations. I actually really want to, but the cost and availability of Raspberry Pi and the time to learn and set up still keeps me away, but I want to find the time soon. Maybe someday. We can't do everything at once. If I knew how to make a node, I would run a node. I don't even own a single sat. I do believe in the message that BTC and the tech sends. I had a node on a Raspberry just to look if I can do it. It turned out that it wasn't really necessary. The network doesn't really need any more nodes. There are so many. It's wasted if nobody uses your node. I don't really need my own for sending BTC to my cold wallet because I can't tell Kraken to use it. I only run mine when I want to do transactions. It's also not currently a listening node, so there wouldn't be any point of keeping it online if I'm not doing transactions. I run a node from a 3-year-old computer. It's pretty easy. Running already a team of 50? No, thank you. I, for one, am smart at a limited number of things. Those things include strategy, money and music, but not technology. Accordingly, I'm happy to buy BTC, but I ain't running any of those fancy machine doodads. Somebody with considerably more BTC than the average person on this sub. First, make us believe there are 5,862,613 actual members on this subreddit. I am. There are way more nodes than that. If you really think that's the actual number of nodes as BCUZ, you don't run one. I'm running 2 nodes. I am running a node.